boycotting is not enough. Boycotting the Asian community is just not enough for me. Honestly, I feel like we need to understand what we're competing against. All right. And in order for us to like really crush our competition and let them know like we really don't need them for real, because we don't. And what that video told me was that their business models, they came here and they made great business models that work in our own communities. And we haven't figured out how to do that. So I'm going to take my accounting expertise and bring it to you. So first of all, we need to understand what we're competing against. All right. Now, one person goes over to Asia, they come here, or that one person comes from Asia, they come over here, they work, save money, buy a building, open up a nail salon. They call 5 of their family members and say, hey, nail salon is up and running. You guys come over here and we're going to start working. Now, this is the one thing we're missing and we don't understand about our competitor. They're not going to pay them the same thing that we would expect here in America. Why? Because their expectations are different. They're not coming here thinking they're going to make $17 an hour. They're actually okay with making 10. They're not rich. So their largest expense is now cut in half. Not only that, but their business model makes sense for our own Black communities, right? And I'll say for the specific communities that one man was talking about, right? He's talking about low income communities. Let's keep it a band. And the reason it works for us is because their price point is low. Why is their price point low? Because they do high volume. High volume meaning there's 5 different people, maybe 6, 7 different employees in there. They can afford to have 6, 7, 8 employees there because they're only paying them $10 an hour. They do not have to pay them the standard rate of like 17. So they can have more employees in there, right? So more employees equals more people that can get done, right? They can probably bust out about $1,500 to $2,000 a day working on maybe, I don't know, 30, 40 women in one day. That's easy work for them. And that's only one day. So high volume is what helps them. High volume, low price point, okay? Also keep in mind, largest expense is very minimum because they're using foreigners to handle their labor and their business. All right, so now let's talk about us in our Black community. I'm not sure why we have all these one-off nail salons. And what I mean by one-off, meaning you have one person in this nail salon, in this studio, that's charging about $150 per set. That doesn't work. Why would that ever work? 1, you're not helping the community. 2, you're not giving jobs. 3, yeah, you might be making $600 in a day. But how long is that going to last? It might not be consistent, you know, and you're doing all the work, right? Because you're just one person. So you're doing the marketing, you're doing the sales, you have to do the nails, you have to do the cleanup, the taxes, the accounting. You're doing everything because you're one person. But if you opened a business, you can spread the wealth. So hear me out. Again, disclaimer, I am not in the nail industry, so I don't know all the details, but I'm an accountant and I'm really good with numbers. So follow me here. What if we did 2 different models in a nail factory, meaning the first model being a membership model, okay? You tell 150 women that, hey, you can get your nails and toes done twice a month for $200, right? Or maybe you say 300. I'm gonna go with 200 though for math's sake, okay? If you can get 150 women to do that, that's going to be $30,000 in recurring revenue every single month. Guaranteed. $30,000 in recurring revenue, okay? Now, let's talk about the highest expense. It's going to be payroll. You make it $30,000 in recurring revenue, you can afford to pay somebody $17 an hour. It might cost you about, with 5 employees, that's probably going to cost you about $12,240. That's paying 5 employees, $17 per hour, and they're working about 36 hours per week. That's going to be $12,240. If you add in the taxes and the payroll fees that you're going to have to pay, that's going to be about $16,000, okay? But you just made $30,000. That leaves you with $14,000 left, or 47% of your revenue to pay for other things. And that's just one tier. The second tier is that these nail techs that can build their own clientele, come work in the studio in our building. We take 10%. The other 90 is for you. You think one nail tech, let's say they do $5,000 per month, okay? And that's minimum. They do $5,000 per month. We're going to take 500 of that. You get 10 of those, you done made an extra $5,000. So now instead of $30,000, you just made $35,000. Great business model. Everybody eats. You have your you have your people that want to do their own business. They're keeping 90% of their revenue. Then you have the people that are doing hourly, and you're doing a membership model with them. I want to hear y'all thoughts and what you would think about it, but my goal is to build something sustainable to where we never have to go back to the Asian community. It's not a question of boycotting. You'll never see us again because our business models work in our own communities. All right, that's all I have. Share your thoughts. Bye.
What happens to a system built on an anti-blackness when the very people it oppresses decide to cut off its lifeblood? I mean, Black Americans saying that they're tired, they want to cut off because it is all about them. People say that it is not about you, but you're funding a system that is choking you off. I mean, the best thing to do is to cut off. For too long, our collective spending has acted as the silent oxygen for institutions that thrive on our marginalization. Today, I'm going to be exploring the devastating moment desperation kicks in as we weaponize our economic withdrawal to collapse the engine of hate, disrespect against the Black community. Welcome to my channel. This is long overdue, and it is time actually for Black people to stand up in unity and say, we are done funding your dislike for us. We want to show you that we have the economic power. And if anti-blackness wouldn't be stopped by you, then we will stop our black dollar. Credit belongs to the original creator of every content and citizen to this episode. Guys, let's dive into them. When I come back, we'll continue the conversation. Subscribe, like, and share this content. I'll be right back. Let's go watch more videos.
I mean, you can't get mad that Black people want to boycott and then say Black fatigue in the next breath. You're mad that Black people actively boycotting, but then you want to say Black fatigue in the N-word. That doesn't make sense. I want you, but I don't like you. And that's really what it is. I want your Black dollars, but I don't like Black people. And Black people got to get some self-respect in ourselves to say, if you don't like Black people, you don't like Black dollars. You don't get Black dollars and don't like Black people. That is a us problem, because there's been too many us off code for years. There's been so many videos over the years where Black people, Black men in particular, have stood up against these Asian business owners for disrespecting Black women, putting hands on Black women. And what did a lot of these Black women do? Go their happy self right back to them people. That's why they talk that way. That's why they get away with what they get away with, is because, I'm sorry, some of y'all sisters out here don't have no self-respect for yourself. Your nails is more important to you than your self-respect. Your hair products is way more important to you than your self-respect. We've seen it way too many times. And they do have Black women that have nail salons, and they have Black women that have beauty salons. So they do have Black women. They have beauty supply stores. You can order products online to support other Black women. There's no excuse for that. That's why that woman's talking that way. If you're going to go right back to them, then like my grandfather say, you must like it. You must like getting hit by them people. Obviously. Oh, you're going to be back anyway, because that's been the pattern. Over the years, they have put Black women in chokeholds, and you go right back. That's why I'm glad that woman said what she said. Don't get mad at her, because y'all created that by disrespecting yourselves. Ain't no way you gonna put hands on me and I go right back to that. Ain't no way I know you put hands on a bunch of Black men or Black women and you don't like Black people and I go right back and spend my money with them. I'm not crazy like that. I'm sorry, I got more self-respect. Then some of the issues, some of you say, well, he didn't do it to me. He always treated me good. I don't know what she did. Ain't my business. Ain't his business. No solidarity with your own community. None. You know one thing I do respect about the Jewish community, and I wish we adopt their model. You say something about them if you want to. And here's the thing. They don't say, oh, well, you talked about him. You didn't talk about me. Oh, no. If you talk about one Jewish person and disrespect them and they feel it's anti-Semitism, they all on your head. It ain't, well, he said it to him. He ain't say it to me. He treat me good. Maybe you did him something. That's being on code for me. I love that about the Jewish community. These people ain't selling you no oxygen. They're not selling you nothing that you got a need to live. Because when you going through that pandemic, you couldn't go over there with them people. You couldn't get no supplies, beauty supplies from them. You couldn't get your nails done because everything was shut down during that pandemic. And guess what? A lot of you were doing your own nails. A lot of you was actually making your own products or getting products from other black people. Poor people don't have a $2 trillion buying power. Remember that. That's why you're crashing out. But once again, this circles back to us. What are we gonna do about it? We gonna go right back in their face when they talking crazy and being silly once again and not respecting ourselves and being off code? Or are we as a community gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna go to black people, and if I can't go to black people, I even go over there with the folks if I got to. But I ain't dealing with you. Then she said about Asian hate. So you keeping your money in your pocket is Asian hate? But nothing she said is anti-black hate. So we have to give our money to people who's disrespecting us. And if we don't do it, we hate them. Well, you know what? Call it whatever you want. You don't control the money I make. If white American people would have done even half of what these people have done to y'all, y'all have shut them down a long time ago. If a white business owner would have punched a black woman in the face, y'all would have shut that down. If a white business owner put a black woman in a headlock and it was all online, y'all wouldn't have went back to that white business owner because he said 50% off. You wouldn't have done it. I know you. If a bunch of white women took out brooms and all that and whipping up on y'all over a payment dispute, y'all wouldn't have went over there with those white women again. So the mentality I got in your head is, well, so when it's white people, it's on and popping, but with other groups, you can let it slide. How I act with the folks is how I act with everybody. I don't see color when it comes to that. But a lot of y'all do. You only see color when it's white folk. And I'm sorry, that's not fair to even white people, being honest. Why is it that they gotta walk on pins and needles and not say much to you at all, but other groups can just do whatever they want, and you go right back? If you're gonna take abuse, take it from everybody. You take it from the white folk. You need to be consistent. You can't be like, oh, let's ride down on the white people, but then the Asians can do whatever they want to do to you, and you go right back.
Should I wait until Asian businesses are financially struggling? I don't see how the boycott would accomplish any meaningful change. There's a lot of black people trying to boycott Asian businesses, which really irked me. Because I never see them boycotting white businesses whenever a white person kills a black person. The double standard is crazy, especially considering that white people kill way more black people than Asians do. And the reason why Asians are being targeted as a whole here is rooted in racism. In the Western world, we are viewed as a monolith, whereas whites are viewed as individuals. That's why the entire community gets punished for something only one of us does. And I know it's 100%. You can tell when a black person has African immigrant parents. The biggest difference that I noticed was that they're a lot more friendly and relatable to me than the black people with American lineage. I've always noticed that whenever someone talks about black Americans, people use it as an opportunity to shit on them. It happens all the time online, and it gets pretty annoying.
So the reason why I stitched all those videos together so you can get a grasp of what I've been seeing from this creator from like the last few months. So I do think it's pretty interesting. So this creator has a habit of posting and deleting. And the very first video is him talking about how much he gets along with black immigrants because they're kind to him and this, that, and the third. And like later on in the video, he talks about how black immigrants value education more than black Americans, right? He deletes that video, but in the comments, people were calling him out, black immigrants included. I'm commented, I was like, you're weird. Like, you can talk about how you get along with black immigrants without putting down black Americans. He deletes that video. The next day, he puts up a video talking about what you've seen, how people shit on black Americans, as if that's not what he was doing. But the thing is, people wouldn't know because he had deleted the video. He spends his time trying to pit black Americans against black immigrants. That's besides the point. I do find it ironic, though, because he talks about monolithic groups later on in his other videos, as if he does not do that to black Americans. Anyways, then he makes a video the other day talking about Cyrus, and his whole thing was he didn't speak about Cyrus. He didn't give a fuck about Cyrus and the reason why black people are boycotting. And it's not just, it doesn't have anything to do with Cyrus. It has to do with the fact that black people are constantly in this weird situation where so we go into these businesses and we're treated like criminals right off the bat. Nobody wants to keep dealing with that shit. Cyrus was just a catalyst. And so to sit here and say that, you know, we're treating people as a monolithic group as if we've not been being treated like a monolithic group since forever by the Asian community. It's not all Asians, but it's a majority of them. Let's be honest. It's pretty interesting considering he has done it himself. So I think that's pretty damn ironic. On top of that, he only brings up Cyrus and the woes of the black community in conversation with why the black community should give our money to Asian businesses. because it's devices if we don't. You believe that the black dollar belongs to the Asian community and that we should spend our dollars with you, and if we don't, we're bad people. That's fucking crazy. You don't think that's weird to say? Like, every single video he makes is just worse and worse, because all it is saying is that you don't really care about the conversation, why black people want to boycott. You pretend like you understand, but you really don't. And then you go and say, well, you know, it's harming us if you guys don't spend your money with us. We may disrespect you, this, that, and the third, but you should spend your money with us. Like, that's some fucked up shit. Like, but anyways, this person is anti-black. They talk about how they left their conservative right-wing views behind, but they haven't. They just rebranded. He tends to talk about the black community in such a way that I've always thought was weird. And he likes to delete videos. He's made a problematic video before talking about the black community, and I remember it was very problematic, but he deleted it, and I didn't save it, and I wish I did. But this isn't his first time. He does not care about anything. He doesn't speak about anything in the black community unless he can use it for views. And so I think it's ironic that he's trying to talk about solidarity and this, that, and the third, and how we should, you know, not blame the whole Asian community and spend our money. Like, that's so fucking insane. Like, it's insane. But it is what it is. You know, black people are used to this type of behavior, but I just want people to see how fucking insane it is and how he seriously thinks this is like the way to go with the conversation. Black people don't owe anybody anything, and Asian people don't owe black people anything. So if we want to spend our money where we want to spend our money, we can do that. Also, black people have boycotted white businesses. Black people literally boycotted the civil rights, like literally stopped riding buses. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Black people boycott a lot. You just don't care because it doesn't affect you. And now it's affecting the Asian community. Now you're like, no boycott, no boycott. Shut the fuck up.
Having more people in business is the way to go. Not just people. The black communities are saying that we're going to stop the boycott, but we're going to replace them with black people, black Americans, the nail business, the salon business, the restaurant, the just name it. Just name it. And I think this is the best thing to do, because if you are going to stop buying or patronizing Asian stores, there must be an alternative. And not as though black people have not been doing business, but the lady actually built a system whereby black communities can favorably compete with every other community and stamp them out of business. That's what they are planning to do, because, hey, the disrespect will never stop. If a strategy out on how there'll be a favorable competition whereby black Americans can own the same restaurant, the same business, and they can go to the black-owned businesses that is offering the same business even better and well packaged than the competitor. The competitor that has chosen to disrespect them, that has chosen to not value their black dollar, even though they are the one feeding them. And this is exactly what black Americans are planning to do. And to be sincere, this is the right way to go. I'll be right back.
So this Asian guy goes off on black people and actually challenges black people, you know, to actually, you know, go out and go ahead and do a boycott. But check this out, right? So that Asian man put out a challenge to black people to go ahead and boycott Asian businesses. He asked us to go out our way to go ahead and boycott Asian businesses. And it's really not a problem. You see, the thing is, a lot of these Asians is getting on this app talking about how much they don't need us and how much they don't need our money. So why are you so much in our hoods then? Why are you everywhere but your own neighborhoods, right? Why don't you go ahead, you know, and pack up your little, you know, nail salons, your little restaurants and all that and everything that you got going on? Why don't you go ahead and pack up all your businesses and get up out of our hood? See, the fact of the matter is that you guys need us. We don't need y'all. You guys need us. We don't need y'all. You ain't never seen a Jamaican restaurant, Haitian restaurant, Black American soul food restaurant in Little China or any Asian community. You guys don't support anything that we do. You guys don't support none of our businesses. I ain't never seen Asians walk into a black establishment to actually purchase anything, to actually pay for anything. Actually walk into a black establishment and actually spend money with black people. I ain't never seen Asian people do it. So how you gonna sit here and act like, oh, we don't need you. Yeah, y'all need us. The whole world need us. We don't need y'all. We put food in your baby's stomach. Every time we spend our hard-earned money, every time we spend our dollars in your establishment, those dollars are taken out of circulation from our community and is sent to your child. We put food in your children's mouth. You guys don't put food in our children's mouth. We feed your children. You need us. We don't need y'all. You guys don't support us for anything. And guess what? We're still good. We still good. Our kids still eat. We still look good. Our kids still go to school. We got black excellence all around us. But you guys want to highlight the worst of us and plaster it all over the media, all over the world, so you can participate in this little white supremacy game. See, the truth of the matter is that all these nationalities that be coming up around us know that black people is under economic attack. They know that black people is under economic attack, economic oppression, that there's an economic warfare that's going on against black people. So you know what they do? They take advantage of that. They come into our communities, they live among us, they stay among us, you know what I mean? They open up their businesses, they make money from us, then talk behind us behind our backs. Talk behind us behind our backs. They participate in our oppression with white supremacy, but try to stay quiet and act like they not. Come on. Y'all need us. We don't break bread. Y'all don't break bread with us. We break bread with y'all, and we still good. We feed y'all children. When a sister goes get her nails done in an Asian restaurant, she's literally putting a spoon in your baby's mouth back in Asia. Let's be real. Y'all don't break bread with us. Whatever we say is hot. We make the culture here, and we the ones who's buying. We have the buying power. We the ones who said, hey, Mercedes-Benz is hot. Benz is hot because we said it's hot. Jordan is hot. We said it's hot. Nike's hot because we said it's hot. It ain't y'all. Nobody ain't following y'all. Y'all following us. And it's not just the Asians. I'm not talking about all the Asians, but a lot of them. But it's not just them. It's all these other nationalities, the Arabs, the Indians, all these people. You go into a black mall, right? All these Arabs are in there. All these Indians are in there selling jewelry. I want to challenge y'all. Go around, you know what I'm saying, where they selling jewelry at, and ask them, yo, who's your supplier? I went to a mall. I went to like 5, 6, 7 jewelers. Who's your supplier? Who's your supplier? Who supplies you with jewelry? I asked one jeweler, his eyes was like, couldn't believe it. Because they only come here to sell to us. They ain't trying to collaborate. They ain't trying to do business with us. And they trying to gatekeep whatever they got going on to keep us out. But they'll take your money, then turn around and talk shit about you. Turn around and come on the internet and say that we're begging for scraps and for reparations because they scared. Because they scared. Because they know that the day that comes, when we get paid, when we get our money, when we get paid, we ain't gonna need nothing. We ain't gonna need nobody for nothing, especially them. They're leeches. Come in our neighborhoods, take our money, exploit the racist system that is pointing against us, then act like they not, oh, we don't participate in racism, but in your household talking mad smack about us. But see us and smile in our faces, just to get some money, just to get a dollar bill. And then they pack up and they go to sub-Saharan Africa. They go into Africa right now, they doing the same exact thing. Let me tell you something too, that Asian dude, the Asian lady in China Mac. The only reason, listen to this, the only reason why China is even a superpower today is because the Europeans allowed it. Okay? Because all of the raw material that is pulled out of Africa is sent to China for processing and manufacturing. That was done deliberately just to keep manufacturing out of Africa. Because they didn't want Africa to become what China is. Africa could become what China is in about 5 to 10 years if they can get into the manufacturing game. But they purposely make sure all the raw material. Come on, man, I know this. And they mad right now. You know why they mad? Because we waking up. We waking up. We waking up. That's why they upset. Black love is coming back. Black pride is coming back. We a monster to deal with. And when we fully wake back up, trust me, a lot of people's gonna starve.
And until you are in my shoes and you have to bury a child, I don't want to hear nothing from you.
That's not something you shoot anybody over, much less a 14-year-old, but you just don't do that.
This happening with what happened 35 years ago, it's not a coincidence.
The Asian American business owners that we see currently are not even willing to treat their black customers as human.
Start Asian hate. They want black folks to be out in the streets so that they can unleash martial law.
Do you know what kind of people steal water? Do you know?
Compared to the magnitude of crimes committed by white heterosexual men against people of color. I mean, the fact that Minnesota took a moment of silence for Derek Chauvin says it all.
70 to 90% of the hate crimes against Asian Americans have been perpetrated by white people. You know that, right?
Asians have been racist to even one another, even in Asia. That whole situation with the Southeast Asians and the East Asians being racist to us because of the color of our skin, this is not just like an anti-Black problem in Asian Americans over here. They racist out there too to other Asians, and then they bring that shit over here.
Now, do I believe that Asians should be hate crimed? No. I'm Asian. I've been hate crimed. Someone tried to dump acid on my mom during COVID. In elementary school, white kids poured mud on my clothing when I wore like traditional Chinese stuff to school. People called me freaky Chinese. I know what Asian hate feels like. The general sentiment that I'm seeing from the Black community right now is not Asian hate. It's self-preservation.
America is white Americans and Black Americans. And anyone else, we're just guests. But we've been accepted here. But you guys want to go ahead and be racist to the people who actually work this land. Their families built this country. Ask the questions necessary so that way we don't have to deal with this type of shit. Our Black community doesn't have to deal with these things.
It's giving white narcissism right now. It's almost like you model minority Asians studied a little too hard under the white people.
Do you guys ever wonder why there was a surge in immigration right after segregation ended here in America?
I have Asians going against affirmative action, which is why we could go to all those fancy schools in the first place. They have Asians being racist to Black people, and we're doing it of our own free will. When Black people helped us get our rights.
The problem with framing the misunderstanding as mutual is where one demographic owns the businesses and the other demographic has to pay. There's no mutuality. There is a power imbalance. The only situation that I could see being beneficial at this point would require Asian Americans to be willing to leverage their ability to secure the business loans, to secure supplier accounts, and to attain business licenses, to open in Black communities specifically to hire Black people to work in the businesses and to provide the professional development opportunities so that Black people can become the leadership in the businesses in their communities. I don't have a lot of hope that Asian Americans are willing to do that because the Asian American business owners that we see currently are not even willing to treat their Black customers as human.
You preach solidarity and you get mad because you're Asian and Black people are saying to boycott our businesses. How do you not understand?
I fully support Black people boycotting these problematic businesses in their community.
And when that time comes, I don't want nobody to be like, oh my God, this is inhumane, this is injustice, oh my God, why did this happen, motherfucker? You know why.
Another thing that non-Black people aren't aware of is that it is not as simple as boycotting the businesses and putting them out of business and then opening your own to compete. Because the system will find ways to still not give them the loans or rezone them so they can't open a business or not grant the business licenses. And suppliers are literally conspiring against Black people who have managed to open a business in their own community to not supply to them because they don't want Black people competing with the Asian American owned businesses in the community.
The phrase "Stop Asian Hate" has lost its meaning, and this is a very weird time for some of you to be concerned about that.
And you see all this, right? And it makes you question, why are they causing this racial tension between these communities of color? Why are they doing this right now?
I'm not saying that what Rick Chow did wasn't horrible, but why this case? Why now? Think about it.
This is a public service announcement for all the Black Americans. Yeah, the Asians out there is talking hot shit right now. And since we can't really tell which one of them is Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese, Taiwanese, or Korean, we just gonna boycott all their ass. So going forward, for the next at least a couple of months till these motherfuckers really feel it and they coming back crawling for mercy, yeah, we ain't getting no more nails, no more fucking wigs, none of that bullshit Korean facelift bullshit they got on here. Whatever the fuck they selling, we ain't motherfucking buying it. We ain't going to their liquor store. We ain't going to their beauty supply store. It's plenty of Black-owned beauty supply stores, liquor stores, doctor's offices, nail techs, all that shit to go around to pay our money to our motherfucking people.
From disrespect to desperation, what happens to Asian community when Black people finally stop funding the disrespect they've been getting from them? And it looks like this time around, Black Americans are strategic. They are planning. They think tank has begun because they said we are not only boycotting, but we are also going to devise a system whereby we can have more blacks in business. I'll be right back. Black Americans are saying it is time for you guys to reckon and respect our individualism, our corporate existence as black people. We are the powerhouse. We are the economic house. We are the one that fund the system. We are the one that makes the economy to go. There's a cycle of spending. And of course, black Americans represent about 1.8 trillion. The last time I checked, it might be more than that now. And this is like the whole economy of nations of the earth. About 21 countries have this GDP. Several other countries on the surface of the earth do not have the spending power. So black Americans actually have the power. They have the wherewithal. They have the strength. They can put a stop to an economic system of a country or a system. How much more an ethnic or community of Asia? This is what black Americans are saying. And they are saying it is time to prove to every community the black people must be respected. They must be regarded. This attitude of we don't care about what you feel, but you care about our dollars. They are saying that you must care about how we feel, because our dollar will be suspended if you don't care about how we feel. You don't push a narrative of anti-ignorance, but you want our money. You don't disrespect us, but you want our money. You don't paint a narrative that, hey, these guys, we don't need them, but you need our dollar. They said all of this must come to an end. If they want black dollar, there must be black respect. The question now is, are black people willing to go back to really say, oh, let's forgive them, let's patronize them? They are saying that it is not about forgiveness. It's about building a system that works for them. They want their money to revolve around them, around black community. Let that be growth. Let that be prosperity. Let that be wealth generation among the black people. And this time around, it looks like black Americans are not joking. The black communities are not joking. They are saying that we want to be the wealth that increases, that expands, that is transferable among the black people. And they are saying that this is the way to go. This is how to end the respect of every minority group in America, such that there won't be disrespect anymore, because they're going to build their wealth around themselves. And let's see if truly they won't grow, if truly they won't expand. And let's see the effect on other minority groups like Asians and other groups. Because right now, it is all because of what the Asians did and said. They said they can do without black Americans. They said, let them start. They dared black Americans. And now, a lot of Asians are saying that it is not all of us. It's just few among us. Don't judge us just by one person dealing. But the truth of the matter is, it happens to one person. It happens to all. And this is what black Americans are proving. What's the way forward? I believe that the way forward is that black Americans, really, they need to gain the respect. And one of the ways to gain it is to stop their black dollar from going into their hands. And this is what they are planning to do. This channel promotes love and unity. We are saying that it is time for love to be spread, not hate. If you don't like people, but you love their dollar, that is not correct. And this is the statement black Americans are trying to pass across. You don't love our dollars and disrespect us. It is time for you to give us this respect and honor that is due, because hey, we've worked for everybody. We've actually worked for everybody. Civil Rights Act today was brought about by black Americans for everybody. Yet everybody do not respect black Americans. This is topic now. Anyway, guys, what's your take? Let me know what's your take on this very interesting topic, because it is what it is. Let the conversation continue at the comment section. I want to hear from you. And of course, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share if you love this great content. Excuse me. And of course, subscribe to this channel if today's your first time. And don't forget to join my membership if you haven't. Lastly, I want to say thank you to everyone that has been a part of this community, giving me super thanks, buying me coffee. Guys, without you, I won't be here. I'm grateful.